Good afternoon. It's August 13th, 2025, and it's a Wednesday. We are in the settlement hour, and settlement is 6489 even. Reversal pattern today. Um, Overnight, I put a sell limit, I think. Oh, yeah, I tried to go like blind here because I wanted to see us to like hit here or discount in general, but they never went back to discount. So when I fell asleep, I got stopped out. Woke up, was cleared here. Wanted to see if we could keep trying to get that discount, but they just never did. Um, so I kept like scaling into a bad position. So that's a learning experience for me. You could see that they had no volatility here. Like the ATR was under a point, so you could see in the price action and in the ATR that there was no way they were gonna want to do that. And there was also no news, so why would they? You know. But 9:30 here. That's cash. I think I try to go for it again here before the blind. But I was still too early. But essentially, I go for it here. I think I'll do like two executions here. Um, Here's nine. Ooh. Yeah, I tried to go blind here. No. I got stopped out at 9:45. You're cleared here. So this is your soup. This right here is technically your soup. Um, so 950 is here. This right here could also be your soup. And then right at 9:55 they hit the button and everything goes lower. And then this is where I enter. Um, Not this fair value gap, but this fair value gap is the one I started to focus on because it was right next to 9:30 open. Wanted to see if we would invert this. We ended up not doing that. Kept going lower, and took off here after they hit start work. So yeah, the trade of the day was essentially New York Open, not New York Open, the day's open and settlement. One tiny little wick off of true close. And then they go up. And after they hit start work, that's gotta not be yet. It's under 20 ticks, under 40 ticks. So that could have been, if you were a perma bull but you didn't want to buy up here, this would have been a great spot. There's 80 right here, and you get 80 there, or you take off at settlement for a measly 71 ticks. I say measly 71 ticks, but that is still something. So it's really pretty much bouncing off of settlement slash day open and going back, rebalancing back up to cash. Pretty good stuff. How do they set this up? They pretty much chop around here. There's no real setup here. This is the order block here. And this is a shoot. I'm doing this tape read because I was AFK for all of this, but I was watching on the phone. This is the order block here. The shift is official here. Then they come right back, create another order block here, but no real inversion fair value gap to think of. Maybe this one, maybe that one, but really what I would have been going for is just that down there. The official one that I did was buying here, and then after I was AFK, I was like, okay, I'll cut if they keep going lower past the day open, and they didn't, so it was good. It was good. I did get out early because I was tired, and then that's the exit there. And then they hit cash slash. They settle around cash, so that goes to show that they did all of this to really just go right back up to cash. There was a fair value gap that I noticed. This fair value gap, and this is what you would have been looking to see inverted, and that's where you could have exited too. So yeah, that was a decent 80 tick trade from down there. And yeah, a pretty bad day for anyone that wasn't prepared to buy down here. I really wanted to see lower day hit, but you know, settlement and day open is more than enough. As well as that low was set at 10 o'clock, so this 4 hour candle, then this 4 hour candle, then this 4 hour candle, then flush for 10 o'clock. Curious, what does the 10 a.m. slam look like? What does the 10 a.m. slam look like? Where's 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock is a slam, so you could have been safe and just did that. I was early, but you could have just did this and held till day open and then called it a day after that for mental reasons. But yes, that is a 10 a.m. slam. I was like iffy on if that would actually be a 10 a.m. slam, but it turned out to be a 10 a.m. slam. I mean, it makes sense. It's Wednesday. It's post CPI. We started unbelievably overbought, so you know that sell does make sense. So yeah, all these sells did make sense for me. It's just way too early, and I just needed to wait until 9:30 to let it happen, or just blind sell 10 o'clock, because mainly, you know, 10 o'clock creates this really big wick. That wick is around 5 points, so that makes sense that they would do that. You know, that makes perfect sense. Shoot, I'm looking at the day's volume. We do not have added volume as of 4:51. So this is essentially the fair value gap that we want to look at. We would love to buy if Thursday closes in within this fair value gap. That's money right there. That's real good money right there to continue going up. That's good stuff. So yeah, we'll just wait and see if and when they tag it, and we'll just, you know, that's a good setup higher. As I said, if you bought this Thursday close or this Friday close and this Monday close, regardless, you're in profit now. So definitely go to break even now and just let it ride out. Yeah, hold on. Before I move on, yes, the index itself has added volume. The Wanda contract doesn't. And that's the contract. And the SPY does not have added volume. And SPY did print a spin. So this could probably be tagged, but we're probably just going to look at discount of this candle, essentially. Bitcoin, I did see that we went to 123. And this buy is a unbelievably great buy. We did not get this retest here, so we're gonna hit these all-time highs tomorrow, more than likely. And they have added volume there. So, yep, as I always say, buy Bitcoin and ignore. We're probably never gonna get these, but I'm just gonna leave those up. But Bitcoin is still going. So yeah. We're looking good for our bullish run. We don't really have any reason to be concerned. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep chopping until. I would really love a rebalance before October, so that way we could buy October and keep going. You know, that would be lit. But we will wait and see. The contract switches over September 16th, so we have a lot of time. Like I've said, I will be live. I will start trading live, whether it's prop or whether it's my own funded account. So right now it's just practice. All right. You have a blessed day.